out with boy 6.
7352 Southeast Division.
Connect to wire package 6-4. 6 is going to be out with boy 6.
7352 Southeast Division.
Overnight, hundreds of protesters shut down LA's massive 405 freeway in both directions. As night fell on Memphis, more than 1,000 demonstrators took to this bridge, bringing Interstate 40 to a standstill for almost 4 hours.
The message that this movie has, if you can describe it.
So I believe that the message that the movie has, The Hate U Give, is about a movie of voice, of having a voice and also producing change in your community, because that voice and that change starts with you. And so we're hoping that this movie shows students a movement of social justice that changed in their community, and also their voice in a productive way starts with them. And so we're hoping that this gives them an illustration of that, and also talks about some of the issues that are being talked about in the news media that they're seeing and that they're hearing about, and addressing it in a way that we can have some discussion and dialogue around it.
Because some people are just ignorant. Ignorance in every profession, let me say that. It's in every profession, but it seems like it's magnified in the police, the ignorance that some people have.
What is police brutality?
If they tell you to get on the ground and you slowly get on the ground, they use unnecessary force. That's police brutality.
So how many of you guys know what racism is, or how many of you can define racism? If you knew what systematic or institutional racism is, who want to take a shot at that? What is a system or institution? So can the school district be an institution?
Yes.
Can your city government be an institution?
Yes.
Can the federal government be an institution?
Yes.
What do you think? What do you think needs to happen to make it better?
I feel like we need like parental support, because I mean, Mama always told me. She said, everybody not raised like I raised you.
That's right.
And if it's things going on at your house,
right,
that ain't going on at your friend's house,
yeah,
then that's two different backgrounds.
That's real. How many of y'all agree with her that parents can play a better role? Y'all need to make sure y'all get this on camera, because this is the kids, and because I completely agree.
Shamel Bell said it best. It is impossible to be unarmed when our blackness is the weapon that they fear.
Khalil didn't own a gun. Khalil owned a hairbrush. Khalil died holding his hairbrush. And if Khalil was still alive, he would be graduating high school.
You saw Star's family kind of struggling with the idea of whether she should or should not speak up. How did that make you feel, and what did you want to see happen?
When I saw that her family was struggling with the idea of her, making it known, it kind of made me feel like that they were scared of what could happen.
What we understand is that at some point in all of our lives, we may encounter or endure situations of injustice or times of injustice, right? And in those moments and in those times, we have to make decisions too about whether we're willing to speak up, whether we're willing to take a stand, or if we're going to remain silent and turn a blind eye to that injustice.
The first thing you need to remember when you're encountering police officers is don't be a threat to them in any type of way. No attitudes. You're going to stand up for your rights. And you're going to let them know, I know the law, and you're not going to let them do anything to you, but you're going to be respectful in it. If we can't see your hands, you're a threat. I don't care if they're in your pocket and you ain't got nothing but lint in your pocket. If we can't see your hands, that's a threat. If your hands behind your back, if your hands stuck up in the seat, if we can't see your fingers, that's a threat.
The civil rights movement was an effort on the part of many people in this country to make sure that rights that were granted by our Constitution, that were granted by our laws, were enjoyed by everybody. Of course, if you look at the Constitution and laws, we did have the right to go to all of these things just as everybody else did.
So in our community, we want to make sure that you understand that we can stand up against violence. We can stand up against drugs. We can stand up against police brutality. At your age, you have the power now to help make your community what you want it to be. If it's not what you want it to be, help make it what you want it to be. Hands up! Don't shoot! Hands up! Don't shoot! Hands up!